Hi, my name is Jonathan Hicks. I'm at the UK Games Expo 2018, and today I'm joined by
Matt.
Steve. And we've just finished playing Dragon Castle, which is a take on Mahjong, essentially, if you're familiar with that. So at the start of the game, you have a whole pile of these tiles in the middle, and depending on the number of players, you can have more stacks or higher stacks. But when it's your turn, you have to take one from the top, and you have to take one from a lower level. So I might want to take this yellow one, but you see I can't take this because it's trapped in. You can only take them from the left-hand side or the right-hand side, effectively. But I could take this one, and then I can take this matching one, so I can take a pair. Then when you take them, you're trying to put them on your... Oop, my castle's fallen down. Put them on your grid here. So at the start, this is blank, and you can see you're kind of laying them out. If I just make a little bit of space, what you're trying to do is connect together piles of them. So if I, on a later turn, manage to take another two that match, there we go. It's not quite legal, but these, once you have 4 or more that are connected, you then get to flip them over, and you're going to score points. So if I flip 4, I get 2 points, but obviously if I'm flipping more of them, I get 1 point. So what I might want to do is leave these so they're not connected, and if I got another 2 green, I can put them in there, and then I get to flip 6, because when you got 4 or more, you have to flip them, which is quite important. And you might wonder why you want to flip them down. As you can see, I've got lots of ones that have been flipped down here. You can only build on higher levels if the previous levels have been flipped down. So you can see under any of these, it'll be a flipped down one. Now, why do you want to build higher levels? Well, ultimately you're trying to get these shrines. Instead of taking 2 of these, you can take one of them, so I might decide to take this one, say, and you can take one of the shrines for use later. So you stockpile the shrines, and then at some point, if you flip them, you can decide to use any shrines you've got stored up. And depending on which colours you flip, you have to flip all of the ones of the same colour. So like if I flip these green ones here by getting the extra ones, I'll be allowed to put 1 shrine on top, which will score me 1 point level 1, 2 points level 2, or 3 points on level 3. Which is why you can see I've tried to build it up and put the shrines on the higher levels. But if you use the kind of rarer tiles, when you flip them, you get to put 2 shrines on, or possibly if you use the dragons, you flip them, put 2 shrines, and get an extra VP. So you're taking the tiles from the middle, you're trying to build them to get the shrines on top, and flip them so that you get as many points as you can. You can see you've got a big pile of point tokens here. Whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. What do we think?
I think it's really nice. I only jumped in halfway through the game. But yeah, it's simple enough to play, and it's got a nice little building element, and the pieces are very tactile. So yeah, it's got a good feel to it. So yeah, nice, simple, but probably strategic game.
I played Mahjong a lot when I was growing up, just kind of on the computer where you're just doing it solo, and so this kind of really appealed to me. That's what made me sit down at the game. It is interactive in a way that you can see what you're leaving other people. You can think, well, I want a shrine this turn. It doesn't really matter what I take, but it matters what I take from Jonathan's perspective. So you can take something that will stop someone else getting something they want to do. You got to balance it between trying to get big sets of things with getting shrines, because if you get big sets of things and flip them, and you can't put any shrines in them, well, sure, you get a lot of points for the set you flipped, but you can't put any shrines on those extra things just to get those extra points. So to some extent, it's worthwhile getting a big set, but maybe doing it a bit slowly so that you've actually also got a few shrines to put out on top. As to whether I'd want to play it again, I think I'd rather just play Mahjong, the solo player variant, for this sort of feel to it. I think it's just a bit too light for me. Looks great. I'm not sure how much I want to play it. 5 for me.
So far, on the brief look I've had at it, I'd say 6.
Yeah, it is essentially Mahjong with a bit of strategy added onto it. I like your own player board thing where you're trying to build it up in a strategic way. There is quite a bit of interaction in terms of, as Steve was saying, you definitely want to pay attention to what other people are taking, because you don't want to leave them a set that's going to complete theirs. But equally, that means people are potentially doing you in quite a lot. Steve certainly did a good job of that during this game. So if you like Mahjong, and I guess the appeal of Mahjong is it's very relaxed, just sit back, bit of pattern matching, well, I'll take this one, I'll take this one. There's kind of puzzle solving aspect to it. And you want the extra layer of strategy, I think it does very well. As the guys say, there's probably not enough strategy to really grab me. I think I'd be on a 6.5, but I think it's a fine game, and I think you'll know if you're going to like this kind of game. I think it would go down very well with families. All right, thanks for watching. That was Dragon Castle.